Hi, I'm Peter Travers, movie critic for Rolling Stone, and I am here now to take you through the summer of 2009. I'm not really going to do all 88 movies that come out this summer because, we'll get to that as time goes on. This is about me telling you the few movies that I actually am looking forward to seeing and the 5 that have what I call a bad vibe, that I haven't seen them yet, but it makes me quiver, shake, and get really angry, like Wolverine. Ha! When I even think about seeing them. But I'm going to start with the good stuff first. There's no movie this summer I want to see more than Michael Mann's Public Enemies. This is the movie in which Johnny Depp plays the gangster, Depression-era gangster, John Dillinger. There's just something about the idea of him as Dillinger working for Michael Mann, who's one of my favorite directors, that makes this, oh goodness, it's like the most perfect thing since Bonnie and Clyde. At least it looks like that on the surface. And Johnny Depp has just been on a roll in his career. And the guy, Melvin Purvis, the FBI agent that hunts him down, is played by Christian Bale, who we all know is angrier than Wolverine. I mean, this guy is just always, what don't you effing understand? Anyway, this has excitement to it. For comedy, come on. Who of you out there does not want to see Sacha Baron Cohen in Bruno? This is, again, they said, well, he did Borat. How is he going to top that? I don't know. But who out there is crazy enough not to watch him play this gay Austrian designer who is the kind of person who will look at fashion and then decide that if it's a fashion crime, he can't decide what punishment to give. So he says, candy or cancer? If you're not laughing at that, Bruno is not the kind of movie for you. But I'm there. I am just so there. What's next? Okay, here's a movie I actually did more than preview. I've seen it. It's called The Taking of Pelham 123. Denzel Washington is a guy working the subway system in New York. John Travolta is the guy who hijacks that subway for all kinds of reasons. It sounds like the most basic B-movie plot in the world, and maybe it is, but you know what? This thing works. It just moves, and you got to be there. You got to wait till June till it opens, but who cares? You're just going to love it. So what else is out there? Judd Apatow, who's only directed, even though he's produced a million comedies, he's only directed 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up, and now he's directed another movie called Funny People, in which Adam Sandler plays a total rat bastard creep. He's a major comic who started out, slow and became somebody who's horrible to everyone. And Seth Rogen plays the writer who's working for him, trying to come up and horrified at who he is. This also has that kind of vibe to me that sounds like it would be exciting. And how does the summer end? It ends with a movie directed by Quentin Tarantino, who is always good for wildness, and it's called Inglourious Basterds. The spelling of this I don't even want to go into. I don't know why it is that way. But it stars Brad Pitt, and he is kind of a hillbilly sergeant leading a Dirty Dozen platoon who just wants to kill Nazis. That's all they want to do. The movie seems to be about nothing else except the murder of Nazis. What is this saying about me? That where's the plot? Where's anything else? I don't care. Just look at the trailer. It looks fantastic. Okay, bad stuff. 5 with a bad vibe. I know you're going to kill me for this because this will probably be the #1 box office movie of the summer. But I have to say, Transformers 2, another movie directed by Michael Bay, maybe, for me, the most hated director in Hollywood, did Transformers 1. You all saw it. What's he got to say now? How is he going to do more with these things that turn into other things? $200 million, during this kind of horrible bailout economy, and this is what we want to see? I'd rather go back to Hannah Montana. I know I have to go, but I cannot stand the idea of it. Then we have pap, that kind of stuff that I just can't bear the idea of. And that would be Night at the Museum 2, Battle at the Smithsonian. Ben Stiller, why? Why couldn't you have made Tropic Thunder 2 if you had to do a sequel? I would be there for that one. This just sounds abysmal. Now, no summer would be complete without an Eddie Murphy movie that makes me want to put a paper bag over my head. Remember Meet Dave from last summer? If you were smart, you didn't see it. But this summer, it's called Imagine That, and this time Eddie Murphy is in his kind of Dr. Dolittle, nice fatherly mode in which his little girl manages to get big, gigantic stock tips from the netherworld somewhere. Really? I mean, just how timely is that? That's just wonderful. I cannot bear the idea of it. It's got to be awful. Then 3D. 3D is big, and this summer it comes in a movie called G-Force, which combines live action and 3D animation. Wow. And what's it about? It is about a guinea pig, I am not making this up, who becomes a secret agent. Why? Who wants to see this? You want to put on glasses to see this? All right. Fifth in the Vad Vibe is a movie called G.I. Joe. Yes, it's the military doll. It's the doll in drag. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who is in one of the better movies this summer called 500 Days of Summer, has stuck himself as the villain in G.I. Joe. I don't want to be near this. I mean, come on. Am I wrong? Am I the only one that's having these vibes? Well, why emphasize the negative? There's obviously some good stuff out there. I'm going to predict right here. This will be the biggest summer at the box office in history. The economy goes in the toilet, but we're all going to the movies. Good. I think this is the time we want to escape. There's stuff out there to do that. And I'm Peter Travers.